so much for joining me. So happy you're here. Welcome to Yoga on the Mats. Today, we were originally scheduled for a yin yoga class, and hopefully you'll feel this too. If you don't, I'll provide an option, but I've since changed the intention for the class. There's a lot of heat here where we are, and feels right to use that heat and that fire and do a gentle flow, more of a vinyasa style class today. Using the heat to open the body, move some energy. And so if you had your heart or body or mind set on a yin class or a restorative class, I would encourage you to go to the videos tab. I have lots and lots and lots of restorative and yin style classes that would be completely appropriate and suited for where you're at. But I did want to just give that little disclaimer here at the beginning that we will be standing up and doing some more, flowing through some more asanas and getting the body moving, working with this heat a little bit. So yeah, so hopefully that is in your flow today, and it will still be gentle, and we'll still use a big portion of the back half of the class to lie down, get deeply relaxed, and work with the body. But just wanted to put that out there for you. So welcome. Thank you again for being here. And let's get started. So finding a comfortable seated position. You can be cross-legged or in hero's pose. You may want to use a pillow or a bolster, blanket or a block to raise the hips above the knees, and that will help with spinal alignment. And then from there, I invite you, if you'd like, to close your eyes. Begin tuning in to this present moment, this now moment. We're here on the mats. May have had a busy day, so in a big collective breath here, just inviting all of yourself to this present moment. Mind's not in the past or the future. We begin settling in here. Begin observing and taking note of what's here. Begin noticing the body and the breath. Noticing where the body and the floor meet, seats, bones. Begin feeling a sense of weightedness through the pelvic bowl, through the legs, through the feet, as if you're dropping anchor down into a nice, calm lake, anchoring down into the earth, creating stability, strong foundation. Begin engaging the lower abdomen muscles slightly just below the belly button. Collecting, bringing some structure to the base of the body. And from here, from the bottom of the tailbone, up each vertebrae, finding extension, finding space through each vertebrae of the spine. We're not efforting, but we are finding our proper alignment here. So one thing that can, or a couple of things here, grow long, grow tall from the foundation. You can roll the shoulder blades back into their sockets. Shoulder blades come down towards the floor. Elongating through the neck, the top of the skull. You can imagine an invisible string from the top of the skull up towards the ceiling. And then once here, just asking the body for any movement it wants to make to achieve your optimal spinal alignment here. And begin noticing the breath. Noticing where you feel the breath in the body today. You may feel the breath in the stomach or the chest. You might feel the breath in the nostrils. Just taking note of what's here. Noticing the duration of the inhale, duration of the exhale. Noticing any clenching or tension throughout the chest, throughout the neck, the jaw, loosening up this region of the body. Allowing for the flow of the breath, the prana, the life force, inhale up. And then the apana, the exhale, taking with it any stagnant energy, any tension in the body that's ready to release. Releasing it down into the floor through the roots. Let the earth take it. And then inhaling up, new bright life force, prana, up through the root, up the body, up the spine, the back, the neck, out the head. And then exhale, allow it to wash over you like a wave, down the shoulders, down the back, down the spine, down into the earth. We're going to take this breath with us as we move through our postures today. So when I cue the breath, footnote this, and we'll want to come back to this full body breath as we change the shape of the body. We'll take the breath. Transitioning now into box breathing. Here we're going to inhale. We'll retain the breath at the top of the inhale, like a hold, and then we'll exhale, and all of this is happening to the same count. So we'll inhale for 6, hold at the top for 6, exhale for 6, and then we'll start the cycle over. And I'll cue it twice at the count of 6, and then I'll release you, and you can follow the pace of your own breath. It might be shorter or longer depending on where you're at today. So honoring that. So let's begin together. Inhale for 6. Hold at the top. Feel the lungs expand. Exhale for 6. Good. Inhale. Hold for 6. Exhale. Now at your own pace, inhale. Holding equal ratio at the top. And exhale at your own pace. Continue through this cycle. Feel the breath as it moves up the spine, elongating the spine more and more with each breath. Checking in on your strong spinal alignment here. Strong like a tree. Good. Let's take 3 more full breath cycles here. Good. When you're complete, letting go of your last exhale. Let it wash down the back into the ground. Good. And then from here, we're going to go into Sufi grinds, opening up the hips, the base of the body. So on an inhale, bringing the rib cage to the right side of the body, we're going to rotate around the pelvic bowl 360 degrees, inhaling along the front side of the body. Exhale on the back side of the rotation. This is at your own pace, so taking in that 6 count or 8 count inhale. Exhale along the back side. If you feel any tension, any stiffness, stagnant energy, stuck emotion, you can pause, invite the breath into the body, invite the breath into the tension, and imagine that tension just melting away. We're syncing up the mind-body connection. We're using the breath to bring new life into the body, oxygen into the muscle fibers, the tissue, each cell rejuvenating with the breath. Good. Take your time here. Really get into those crevices. Good. And then at the completion of your last rotation, I want you to imagine an internal tetherball pull from the seat bones up through the crown of the head. You're going to begin wrapping yourself around that internal tetherball pull until eventually you come to a strong seated position in the center. And from here, we're going to take a nice inhale up. Hold at the top. Exhale down. Then take a nice cleansing inhale and exhale at your own pace. Beautiful. On the next inhale, bring the ribcage to the left side of the body. We're going to rotate along the front side of the rotation. Sufi grinds, opposite side. Exhale along the back side of the rotation. Beautiful. Once again, if you come up to any points of tension, any stiffness, you can pause, connect to that part of the body. Inhale, sending the breath into that part of your body, inviting the tension to release. Exhale it out. Beautiful. Let's take 2 more rotations on this side. And then once again, from the seat bones up through the crown of the head, imagining a tetherball pole. You're just going to begin wrapping the trunk of the body around that tetherball pole until you come to a strong seated position in the center. From here, let's inhale up. Hold at the top. Exhale. Then take one more nice inhale. And exhale, let it all go. Gorgeous. Nice. And then from here on an inhale, bringing the right ear down to right shoulder. Might have some snap, crackle, pop. And then on the next inhale, dipping the chin down towards the chest, we're going to do our neck rolls here. Inhale along the front side of the rotation. Exhale along the back side of the rotation. We'll do about 5 rotations on each side. Take your time. Allow the breath to lead the movement. Good. Wherever you're at, let's take one more complete rotation. And when you're complete, we'll meet in center. Take a nice inhale up from the root, up the spine, the neck, out the head. Exhale, washing over you like a wave, down the shoulders, through the belly, down the legs, out the feet. And then on the inhale, bringing the left ear to left shoulder. Exhale here. On the next inhale, dipping the chin down towards the chest. Inhaling along the front side of the rotation. Exhale along the back side of the rotation. And just like with our Sufi grinds, you can stop at any point of tension. Take a fresh breath. Inviting fresh oxygen into the body, into the space. Then you can just imagine that tension releasing, melting away, and then continuing on. Really take the time to check in. Good. No matter where you're at, let's take one more full rotation on this side. And when you're ready, we'll meet in center. Take a nice inhale here. Hold at the top. Exhale. Resetting the body. And then from here, a nice cleansing inhale and exhale at your own pace. Beautiful. Then finally, we're gonna kind of transition into some movement with an active spine twist. And we're gonna pair it with the breath. So once again, allowing the breath to lead the motion. Couple of options for your arms. You can bring both arms out to the side, 90-degree angle at the elbow points. Really feeling a sense of liftedness through the shoulder girdle. From here, we're going to be twisting, and we want to maintain the integrity of that shoulder girdle, so we're going to keep this frame. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can also try bringing finger points to the shoulders, top of shoulders, or hands on the top of your head. So either of these options is perfectly suitable. We're going to twist to the right on the inhale. Exhale with vigor, with some gusto as you twist to the left. Inhale right, exhale left. And you're taking this at your own pace. You don't have to hold yourself to the time ratios you had before, but Definitely play around with what feels right for you. You may feel good in this moment with a little bit more vigorous twist. Or you may want to slow it down and really get into the micro movements here. Elongate the inhale, elongate the exhale, really twisting through the spine. So paying attention to where you're at today, what the body's responding to, what feels good. Good. Let's do 3 more full rotations here at your own pace. And when you're done, hands can come down to your knees. We'll meet in center. Final inhale, up from the tailbone, up the spine, up the neck, out the top of the head. Elongate the spine towards the ceiling. Exhale, allow the exhale to wash down the body with it, taking any stagnant energy, stuck emotion. Just release it down into the ground. One more time on your own. Inhale. Audible exhale. Releasing any tension. One more. Feels so good. All right. From here, we're going to transition to standing. We'll begin our flow. Opened up the body, you've connected with the breath. So on an inhale, coming to a standing position at the back of the mat. I'm going to adjust this slightly. Noticing here your new foundation, where the feet and the floor meet. Begin sensing into the weight distribution of the feet. Noticing the 4 corners of the sole of the foot, big toe, pinky toe, 2 points on the back of the heel. Some people feel more of a triangle sensation on the bottom of the foot. But using these as the distribution points for the weight of the body. We want to feel a sense of weightedness through the legs. Begin growing roots down into the earth, setting a strong foundation for this posture. Noticing ankles stacked under hips. Begin a slight engagement through the quadriceps. Slight engagement through the glutes. And slight engagement through the lower abdomen, creating a structure by which we can stack the spine, growing a long spine, rolling shoulders back, palms face forward, and the top of the head reaches towards the ceiling, elongating through the neck, chin parallel to the floor, mountain pose. Change the plane of the body. Now standing. Re-establishing a root. So from here, full body breath up through the feet, up the legs, knees, through the hips, up the stomach, the chest, up the neck, through the skull, out the head. Full body breath. Exhale. Allow that breath to wash down over the crown of the head, down the shoulders, the back, the stomach, down the hips, the legs, out the feet to the earth. Then on your next inhale, allow hands to swoop up overhead. Coming now into mountain pose, arms up overhead, middle fingers point towards the ceiling, shoulders roll back towards the floor. We still have the strong foundation in the legs. Begin feeling an opening through the chest, inviting the breath up the trunk of the body, now to this open space we've created with the arms. Exhale down from tops of finger points, down the arms, down the trunk of the body, down the legs, out the feet. Good. One more inhale up. On the exhale, we're going to swan dive forward. Hands come down towards the floor. You can bend the knees if you need to. Eye gaze is towards the shins. We're going to take a full body breath here, up through the feet, feeling the breath along the back side of the body, up the hamstrings, the glutes, through the curved spine. And then from this place, we're going to begin isolating between tabletop. So on the inhale, hands will come up the shins just below the knees. We're creating a flat plane with the back. So the tailbone extends back towards the back wall, top of head extends towards the front wall. We are looking for a flat surface from the tailbone to top of head. On the exhale, we'll drop the hands back down, gaze comes towards the shins. So we're going to rotate through these. Inhale, hands come up, they stop just below the knees, coming into a standing tabletop position. Exhale, releasing the hands down towards the floor. Taking this at your own pace. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. Take 2 more full rotations here. Cycling all the way through the inhale, through the exhale. Good. On an exhale, releasing the hands down towards the mat. From here, we're going to step back into a plank position. We'll hold here for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And then with control, you can bring the knees down to the mat. Chaturanga or push up down to the bringing the chest down towards the mat. Taking an inhale and an exhale here. And then keeping the hands where they are. Having puppy interference. Keeping the hands where they are, right underneath the shoulders, we're going to come up into a cobra. In your cobra pose, you're lifting with the low back muscles. Elbow points come in towards the body. You shouldn't be bearing the weight of the body in the hands. So you should be able to lift the hands up off the mat and not lose the posture. And release on an exhale. Good. Bringing the hands underneath shoulders. We're going to push up into a tabletop position. Transition quickly into downward dog. So hands spread wide on the mat. Tucking the toes. Hips come back towards back wall. Tailbone up towards the ceiling. You can bend the knees if you need to. Pushing through the shoulder joints. So we're creating a flat plane from the top of the head towards the tailbone. The ears come between the biceps. Full body breath here. Inhale up from the feet, up the back side of the body, feeling the breath in the shoulders, all the way down towards the palms. Exhale, release any tension, any gripping, really finding the breath in the posture. Good. On an inhale, you can walk, step, or jump the feet in between the hands. And then we're going to slowly from here roll up one vertebrae at a time. Chin comes up last. Coming back into our mountain pose. Let's take a nice inhale and exhale here to reset. Beautiful. And then from here, inhale, arms up overhead. We'll take a quick breeze way through mountain pose with arms overhead. And then on the exhale, dropping the butt down towards the floor, coming into chair. We want to keep hip width distance between the knees in our chair, protecting the knees. Rolling the shoulder blades back. Try bringing your thumbs back towards the back wall. It's gonna, if you're leaning forward here, imagine bringing those thumbs towards the back wall, creating some opening through the chest and also lifting the posture. You can feel a sense of weightedness through the tailbone. You may slightly tuck the tailbone underneath you depending on your spinal alignment. Good. Exhale. Arms come down by the sides, standing in mountain pose. Reset here. Inhale up from the feet. Full body breath up through the hips, the chest, out the head. Exhale. Allow that to wash over you. Let it go. 2 more times. Inhale up. Audible exhale if you wish. Let it all go. 1 more here. Inhale up. And exhale. Good. From here, on an inhale, we're going to bring our hands into prayer, and we're going to take that chair motion through the legs. So squatting down, coming into chair, you're going to bring left elbow to the outside of right knee. So we're doing our first revolved twist here. Palms are together. The right elbow point up towards the ceiling. Check in with your hips here. So the way we can monitor the hips is also by looking at the knees. We want our knees in line with one another. And then we want to imagine to be able to serve a drink on the top of the hips. So we want hips in alignment. We're not cocking one hip or the other. We want nice balanced hip, flat low back. Knees are in line with one another. Inhale up through the feet, up the legs, through the hip joints, out the back. Exhale. Allow that to wash over you. On an inhale, releasing the arms, coming out of the chair squat. Arms up, come up overhead. On an exhale, release hands down by our side. We'll reset here with a full inhale up from the feet, up the legs, up the hips, torso, out the top of the head. And then allow the breath to wash over you like a wave. With the exhale, release any tension, any energy, stagnant energy, down into the earth. 1 more nice inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Let it all go. On the next inhale, arms come up overhead, arms can come up overhead. We'll bring them down into prayer. Palms together in front of the heart. From here, taking nice inhale. On the exhale, chair squat down. This time, the left elbow is going to come to the outside, or right elbow outside of left knee. Checking in with your knees here. So we don't want one knee far in front of the other. This is going to correspond with our hip alignment. So we're looking for our knees to be in one line, twisting through the upper back, mid back, palms are together. The left elbow point reaches up towards the ceiling. You can think of elbow and shoulder in one line. Breathing here. Inhale up through the twist. Exhale. Let it go. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can sit down just a little bit further. And then on the inhale, release the elbow, release the squat. Hands come up overhead. On the exhale, release, hands down by the side. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale up from the feet here. Full body breath, up the legs, up the torso, out the head. And then allow the exhale to wash over you like a wave, taking with it any tension, stagnant energy, release it down. One more time, inhale. If it feels good, audible exhale. Let it go. Beautiful. We're working with this warmness. All right, from here, our mountain pose, take one more nice full body breath. Inhale. On the exhale, tuck the chin, begin rolling the spine down. Hands come down towards the mat. Palms flat out in front of you. You can bring in the blocks here if you'd like. And then from here, we're going to step the right foot behind us. We're coming into a runner's lunge here. So toes are folded underneath right foot on the mat. We have a nice strong foundation through the left foot. Left ankle stacked with left knee, 90-degree angle here. And then you can drop the hips down as much as is right for you. If it feels uncomfortable to have hands on the floor, bringing in books or blocks here, raising the torso up off the chest, creating elongation through the spine from the tailbone up to the top of the head, breathing here. Good. On an inhale, when you're ready, you can bring your hands to the knee. If you're ready, you can bring arms up overhead, thumbs come towards back wall, putting a slight bend in the right knee. We're coming in here to a crescent lunge. Opening up right hip flexor. You can play with this a little bit, changing the level at which you're bending right knee. Also changing the level in which you bend the left knee. Just try not to bring that left knee over the left ankle. We want nice alignment there, so adjust your feet as needed. Rolling shoulder blades down, create opening across the front of the chest. Can do so by bringing the thumbs towards back wall. Good. On an exhale, we're going to pivot towards the right, opening up the right foot to a 90-degree angle. Hands are going to come out wide. Here we're in position to transition into triangle. So we want left foot facing left wall, right foot at a 90-degree angle facing in front of you. Nice extension through the arms. We're going to pivot the right hip towards the right ankle or towards the right side of the room. And then creating extension as we reach towards the left side of the body. You can imagine like you're reaching over a bar or a table for a drink. And then pivoting the arms 90 degrees so that the middle finger point of the right hand is facing the ceiling. Left middle finger is facing towards the floor. We want extension through the body here. Reach between the two finger points. Opening up lateral side of the body here. We're opening from the right ankle all the way up the leg, right hip, side of the right rib cage. Noticing the hips here. Do you have, if your right hip is facing towards the ground, opening up the hips here, creating even more extension. Beautiful. From here, This is going to be one of the max places that we take our postures today. So if you're ready, bringing in a block or a support, if you need it, coming from our triangle, bringing the block in front of the left foot, or if you have a chair or the wall, anything to help you stabilize. We're going to place weight in that left foot. Oh boy, sorry. Weight in the left foot, begin inching the right leg towards left leg, and we're going to come into an open standing crescent here on the left side. Opening the body, we want to stack the shoulders, extend through that right leg, right heel. The shoulders on top of one another. You can use a chair here, anything to help you with your balance. And then finding your breath here. So we want that same extension from our triangle through the arms. Good. Take one more inhale here. On the exhale, you can drop the foot and twist the torso, or lifting the left hand off the block like airplane wings. We're just going to rotate the belly down towards the floor. Coming, and you can of course drop the foot, rebalance as needed. Flexing the foot back here. Bringing the hands into prayer by the chest. Warrior 3. Being gracious and patient with yourself. Woo. Finding your breath. Take one more nice inhale here. On the exhale, drop the foot back. We'll come back into our crescent lunge, right where we started. One nice inhale here. On the exhale, stepping right foot up towards left foot and dropping hands down by our sides. And we're back in our mountain pose at the top of our mats. Inhale up through the feet here. Full body breath, up the legs, hips, chest, out the head. Exhale, allow that exhale to wash over you. 2 more times here at your own pace. Full body breath. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Good. This is going to be an optional half-bound lotus, just as a counter to some of that hip opening. So establishing a weighted foundation in the left foot. Alternate option here is to go into a tree if you don't have half-bound lotus. You can also bring a chair in as support, which I will provide as an option. So from here, bring the outside of the right ankle towards left hip using the hands as support. This is the half-bound lotus posture. From here, we're taking the hands into prayer. You can bring the hands down towards the floor and stay here. This is opening up the back side of the hip, hip flexor, glute. Breathe up through left foot, up the leg, into the right hip, out the top of the head, and then release, allowing the exhale to wash down the back spine. Good. We're going to come out of this the way we came in on an inhale, lifting torso, bring hands into prayer, and then supporting yourself as you release the foot down towards the mat. From here, reset, inhale up through the feet, up the legs, full body breath. Beautiful. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. From here, once again, we're going to tuck chin into chest, rolling one vertebrae of the spine all the way down the body. Hands come down towards the mat. This time, we're going to step the left foot back. Coming into our runner's lunge, you can bring the blocks in. Sorry, I didn't show the chair modification on half lotus, but I'll show it on the other side. I was having a technical warning on my screen. So, coming into your runner's lunge here. Left side. We want right ankle, right knee stacked over one another. Equal distribution of weight between right and left foot. Nice strong foundation through the feet. And noticing your new foundation here. Inhale up from the feet, up the legs, up the crown of the head. And then exhale. Allow that to wash down over you. Taking the breath with us wherever we go. On an inhale, you can bring the hands to right knee. If this feels stable for you, bringing the hands up overhead. Palms face towards back wall, thumbs towards back wall. You can bring a slight bend into left knee, coming into our crescent lunge on the left side. Breathing here. Once again, you can kind of play with this lunge a little bit, finding the right depth for you. Take one more nice inhale here. And then on the exhale, we're going to pivot towards the left side of the room. The back foot comes open to a 90-degree angle, straightening the front leg. So now we've got the right foot straight in front of us, or pointed out straight in front of us. Back leg at a 90-degree angle here. Hips in line with one another. We're going to bring the arms out to each side. Nice extension through the chest here. In a perfect position for our triangle pose. So bringing the left hips towards the back of the room. Kind of sassing that hip out. And then reaching with the right arm towards right side as if you're reaching over a table. And then pivoting the arms 90 degrees. Middle finger of the right hand towards the floor. Middle finger of left hand towards the ceiling, creating nice extension through the chest. Can rotate the gaze up towards the ceiling here. Feeling the opening all along the left side of the body from the left ankle, outside of left leg, left hip, up through the left side, the left rib cage, left shoulders, left arm. Really encouraging the breath to move through the body here. Good. When we're ready, we'll prepare ourselves by moving the block out. It's going to move with our hand here, our right hand, as we transition into this posture. So from where you're at, you can release the left hand down and begin stepping the left leg towards the right leg, shifting the weight into the right foot. From here, I'm going to change my stance. Coming into a balancing posture here. Left leg extends out. You're flexing the foot. Stacking hips, as if you're stacking the hips on top of one another. Stacking shoulders on top of one another. Opening up the body here. Try to really extend through that left leg, left heel. Extension through the arms, just like when you were in your triangle posture. Breathing here. If you don't have a block, you can use a couch, you can use a chair. Trying to find what works for your alignment here. Take one more full inhale and exhale. And then on an exhale, you can drop the foot down and transition into warrior three from here. Or from this balancing posture with the leg extended, dropping the left hand down, hands can come into prayer, rotating the stomach to face the floor. So you're really revolving through that right hip. Leg extends out, warrior three. If it works for your balance, you can bring the hands behind you, like Superman. Hands in prayer. Some people also like hands extended out in front. Take one more full inhale and exhale here. And then on an exhale, dropping left foot back, can land on the toes. And we'll end in our crescent lunge on this side. Inhale. And exhale. On the next inhale, bringing left foot up towards right foot. Hands come down by our sides. Mountain pose. Reset. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Reconnect with the breath here. 2 more full breath cycles here. And if it feels good for a counter stretch, an optional bound lotus, half bound lotus. So shifting the weight into the right foot. You can come into a tree as an alternative, or bringing the outside of the left ankle towards right hip with the help of the hands. We're going to cup the top of the right foot. If you need to, you can bring in a chair to help balance. So once you have the grip on the foot, bringing in the chair. And then from here, with control, you can use the chair to help you. You're going to bring hands down towards the floor. If you can't get the hands down towards the floor, any amount of distance will do. We're opening up the back side of the left hip flexor, left glute. Good. And then on an inhale, we come out the way we came in. So first, lifting the torso, hands can come into prayer. Release the hands, supporting the left leg as it comes back down towards the floor. Reestablishing a nice foundation through the feet. Good. From here, we're going to transition into tree. If you just did tree, you're going to get an option to do it again on both sides and take it into the next evolution of self. So for a tree posture, if you'd like, you can find a spot on the wall to help support you. You can also use a chair, or you can use your balance. So bringing weight into the left foot. We have a couple of options here. You can pike the toes on the right foot, bringing the heel of right foot towards left ankle. And then begin crawling that leg up that foot up the leg. So right foot just below left knee. Can also bring right foot up towards the groin. From here with the hands can be on your hips. Can bring your hands in front of you for prayer. Can also bring the hands up overhead for full expression of tree. If you want to challenge yourself, you can bring the eye gaze up towards the ceiling. Can also close the eyes. Really challenge your balance. Let's take a nice full body breath here. Up from the feet, up the body, through the core of the body, up the sushumna, the center channel. And then allow that exhale to wash over you like a wave. Good. One more inhale here. And then on the exhale, we're going to come out the way we came in, releasing the foot down slowly towards the floor. Reestablish your strong foundation, release the hands, reset in mountain. Sorry, guys. From here, bringing the weight into the right foot, we're going to come over to the left side. Begin a strong foundation through right foot, right leg. Once again, you can use the wall, you can use a chair. Begin inching that foot up the right leg. Never placing the foot on the knee, just below the knee or just above the knee. Coming now, I need a little balance there. Coming now into your fullest expression. Hands can be on the hips here, opening through the hips. Hands can be in prayer or up overhead. Full expression of tree. Opening through the chest, long spine. Breathing here, up through the foot, up the leg, up the torso, out the head. Exhale, allow that exhale to wash down you. Inhale one more time. On the exhale, bringing the hands down towards heart center, coming out the way you came in. Allow that left leg to come down, right leg towards the floor. Once you have a firm foundation, both feet on the floor, release the hands down. Mountain pose. Good. From here, we're going to bring the feet out just past hip width distance. This is going to look a little different for each body, so just pay attention to what's right for you. Feet come towards, can start at about a 45-degree angle. Coming into a yogi squat here. You can use the block if you'd like to support the butt, support the posture, but goes underneath the butt. And from here, hands are going to come into prayer, the chest. Begin squatting down. Elbow points are going to come in towards the knee pockets, and this is where you can use your block to rest the tush. That's if this is getting really deep into the hip creases for you and you have pain. If it's too much, bring in the blocks to support you, pillows to support you. Yogi squat here, breathing up towards the feet, full body breath, up the legs, out the head. Exhale, allow it to wash over you like a wave. Good. If it's for you, you can also sway right and left, opening up the hips even more. And then on an exhale, help support yourself, bringing the feet together. And we're going to come into a seated position on the mat, on the floor. Legs out in front of you. From here, you may want to move the flesh from under the seats bones. Just removing any obstacles between you and the floor. From here, we're going to take a nice deep inhale, elongating the spine. I want you to imagine the chest coming down towards the knees, so flat onto the knees. For a lot of us with tight hamstrings and tight glutes, you may need to bend the knees here. We're bringing the fingers, wanting to wrap them around the outsides of the feet while maintaining a flat back. So, you may look a little something like this. Elongate from the tip of the tailbone, up the spine, out the top of the head, creating length in the body. There's natural tension between the arms and the feet. Good, one more inhale here. On the exhale, release the hands, release the legs down, and we're gonna come all the way down onto the floor, lying on your back. One more set of postures here. We're gonna do a floor spine twist. So while you're laying on the floor, really create a nice foundation, rooting the shoulders into the mat. Nice long spine here. And then when you're ready, inhale, right knee up towards the torso, towards the chest, and then bringing the right knee over the left side of the body towards the floor on the left side. You're going to want to weigh heavy here through the shoulders or through the knee. You should feel into what's right for you. You want either the shoulder to make a connection with the floor, which means your knee may come up off the floor, or you want the knee on the floor and the shoulder may come up off the floor. It really depends on the body and what feels right for you. It's taught both ways. So find what's right for you here. You want to extend through the left leg, extend through the heel on the left side, and breathe. Right arm comes out wide from the body. You can shift the eye gaze towards the right hand, completing the twist through the neck. Take one more inhale and exhale here. And then on your next exhale, rotating the right knee back over the body. Take an inhale breath here and then exhale, right leg down towards the floor. Reset with an inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, bring the left knee up towards the chest. And then bringing the left knee over right side of the body towards the floor. Cross body here. And then finding balance here. So we either want to weigh heavy through the shoulder comes down towards the floor. The right hand can support left knee, encouraging it down towards the floor. Extension through right leg, active right leg. Maximizing the stretch here. Left arm comes out from the body, extends out. Left gaze comes towards left hand, completing the spine twist through the neck. Beautiful. Let's take two more full inhales and exhales here. Breathing full body breath, breathing up from the feet, up the body. Feel the breath as it moves through the spine. Exhale, allow that to wash down the body. Good. On an exhale, release the arm, release the left knee back up towards the chest. And then releasing the leg down towards the floor. If you'd like to, before you transition into your Savasana, you can take a quick happy baby here just to release the low back, grabbing the outsides of the feet, rocking back and forth. And then when you're ready, extending the legs out, spine long against the mat, coming into your Savasana. Savasana, corpse pose, and it's an exploration in stillness. Stillness of the breath, stillness of the body, stillness of the mind. You can bring the heels together, toes fall open, arms extended by your sides, palms face up towards the ceiling. Or if it feels good for you, you can come into a starfish, spreading the legs wide, arms extend by your side, creating more space. Releasing heat from the body here. Reconnecting with the breath. Noticing now where you feel the breath in the body. Noticing the sensation of openness. Feeling the breath and how it moves through the body now that we've gone through our asanas. Open the meridians. Supported the body with the breath. Coming now into a deeply relaxed state. Allowing the eyeballs to feel heavy in the eye sockets. Releasing any tension from the jaw. And allowing yourself to deeply explore Savasana. I'm going to leave you here. You can stay in Savasana for as long as you'd like. Thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for taking the time. Thank yourself for taking the time to do this for your body, your mind, your spirit. Thank you for your grace as I navigate puppies and props and all types of things. I appreciate you. I love you. Namaste. Have a wonderful night, everyone.